Colleagues, it is my great pleasure to bring to you House Bill 2163A, which comes to you on a unanimous recommendation from your House Committee on Business and Labor. This is a bill, colleagues, that will save lives, and it provide a common sense solution that will save countless lives both now and in the future. And it will be one, I hope, of many bills that we'll be dealing with this session that will deal with the health consequences of cigarette smoking, and in this case, fatal consequences. Cigarettes, as we know, are the leading cause of residential fires that injure and kill people, and yet these deaths are preventable. Data collected by our fire marshal in Oregon shows that most of those who die in cigarette-related fires are impaired in some way, either by fatigue, drugs, medication, alcohol, old age, or sometimes by a physical or cognitive disability. And the tragic thing is that many of these fires, which are usually caused when someone is smoking and then falls asleep, are fires that are preventable. And the fire marshal has done a great job for many years of trying to educate the public about the dangers of smoking in bed or smoking on a couch and falling asleep. But those educational efforts only go so far. And the great news is that we have technology that can actually prevent many or most of these fires from happening. The good news is that cigarettes can be manufactured to reduce fire hazard. Fire-safe cigarettes are a proven, practical, and effective way to eliminate the risk of cigarette-ignited fires. The term used in the bill now, which was originally fire-safe cigarettes, has been changed to reduced ignition propensity, and the use of cigarettes that have a reduced propensity to burn when left unattended will help prevent tens of thousands of cigarette-ignited fires each year. Fires caused by cigarettes nationally kill between 700 and 900 people every year. And here in Oregon, just in the years 2001 to 2005, there were almost 1,500 residential fires caused by smoking. Of those, there were 126 fires that caused injuries, and there were 29 that caused death. And the cost in property damage is also staggering. Those same fires resulted in almost $28 million in property damage. Cigarette-ignited fires are the leading cause of home fire deaths and injuries in Oregon. And probably the greatest tragedy is that many of the victims of these fires, innocent victims, are children who live in the same home or sometimes in an adjacent apartment. So the bill that we bring to you today, House Bill 2163A, will require all cigarettes sold in Oregon to be manufactured with self-extinguishing paper. Pipes, cigars, and hand-rolled cigarettes go out if they're not being smoked, but commercially produced cigarettes are the only form of tobacco that keeps burning once it is lighted. This bill will require cigarettes sold in Oregon to be manufactured using a special paper with 2 or 3 thin bands of less porous paper that act as speed bumps to slow down a burning cigarette. And you'll find a diagram, a picture of those types of cigarettes on your table in front of you today. Colleagues, several other states have already taken the step of requiring cigarettes to be manufactured in this way, and it is working. New York was the first state to pass such a law, and now Vermont, California, Illinois, New Hampshire, and Massachusetts have all passed laws that will now require cigarettes to follow these guidelines. And 19 other states are currently considering this legislation. It's time for Oregon to become one of the states that joins this list and give this protection to Oregon families to save lives, to save property, to save the lives of the firefighters, who are some of the leading people who brought us this bill today. Every day that it takes to switch to this life-saving technology is another day of increased risk, not only to smokers, but to their families, their neighbors, to the firefighters who fight these fires that could have been prevented. So colleagues, House Bill 2163 passed unanimously by the Committee on Business and Labor. It is a great bill, probably one of the most important bills that you will get to vote on this session. I strongly urge your aye vote and look forward to hearing the comments of my co-carrier.